Pacho, that's it. Fairies. Can be penetrating, but me trading and the man. But Oshemia, fairies, Okotaipia, Ubehu at the Kwame patch. Watch any movies, the cartoons. I never phone almost try some can be actually, but I know you say a movie, but almost try some more can be actually say. Listen to them say, which says fairies and dwarfs. Pacho, it's a swim being a dome and a Jimmy Baina.
Okay. Fairies, no. So the name was also opening with Chiwunya. The name fairy, no, it derived from their friend fairy tales.
Okay.
Fairy tales. They say, Obiri says Kwakwanansi Anansi 7. So it is fairy tales is the same as Anansi 7 in English.
So, okay.
Now, that doesn't mean say the fairies they exist or they don't exist. They are say, as of dwarfs, they are in existence. So the dwarfs are in existence, and dwarfs, there are different types of dwarfs, and you have one particular type of dwarf and all. Yes, yes, there are different types. What they call. I wanted to do a PhD in spirituality, in spiritualism. Now, I because of that I went a lot, but things did not happen as I wanted. What I say, and I investigated a lot. What I say, and it is very true. There are people who go in for them. And they also people inherit them. Obi ho until say be obi free as na akọ maso and akọ ne fast to na nenu so. And also ho. What I say. And obi wants to do said akọ. And no one the palm wine, one the other things, no they are here. Into usually it believes that the dwarfs are in pairs. Into one will be captured or whatever, automatically the other one would have to also come. And no na become one be funny no. Because based on what I heard, they have to shave their hair and whatever. And when they do that, they say no nanti, but it become aggrieved. Because what force no? What force no? The least mistake I be say salamander dwarfs. That's too much. Dwarfs no more age, which that one is not much. And no, you see them like dwarfs no more age. Yeah, we see them like small fire. And I know if you walk around, you may who be an a dwarf. Or there's who say JBA2 that most of the time are attributing to be, but it could be a dwarf. And the old dwarf will be one. Fine, woman need to meet to fair a room. But that doesn't mean somebody from and now. The fact say be able from maybe say airborne around the sun is moti and from and it's not really always like that. And I moti and so assume say reverse be ho opia bontia or motia. If you also it comes in a fishy form. Or there's you but all the
Ebusuya ya satna se mo wi bia akwaba me hyemobo se ye be satna se na ye din komo enne so embra ma kwan se ye medin komo ya sane bishop na Yeboa ehia obekra de we biyeli ende topic na no ontimi srew empentem enfo de no hyema wonua na onua bi enya bi hwe me sembre be kono so no di chiama mo na de wo bia no me da so bishop so makwaba
media so
we dey be srew betie for den ka be se uti omo na
yo first of all madam ase na fe mada omo so mo hwe nyina so ase Yeboa mpa se de ba be kire nyame be ma yensu nyina nya aba wo mo ade be se yensu aboye ti be da sida be ma mo
bishop na di nchia amamo no ti me srew ma mo for de no mo share ma mo nua mo subscribe o subscribe ya free obi anje uska bell na one nche one no fonsa etim so o the team so options back all let us say video bi ato ma won sa can first na wetumi ahwe esua de na boa onim say your platform so de e adesua nchekere ne ntwa kontompo obi be ba so bia no baka chawo say onim de na oba so nti ay fa bibia akwante bibia ba bia no fa ho hyem efe endia bro na you will never be the same. Bishop, Pacho, you say what try there.
Okay.
Yeah, share we say there. I am not own very so anti yet me shall say there, we say what try there any at that hole. Bishop, Pacho, that it fairies can be penetrating, but me trading and the man. But Oshemia, fairies, Okotaipia, Ubehu at the Kwame patch, watch any movies, the cartoons, and above for almost try some can be actually, but I am you say a movie. But almost try some can be actually say. Listen to them say, what says fairies and dwarfs. Pacho, esusuye bɛn na dom ɛna dwumadi bɛn na omudi.
Okay, first of all, Senemeka no, I made that platform yesterday. Fairies no, so the name also opening with Triunya. Good. The name fairy, no, it derived from their friend fairy tales.
Okay.
Fairy tales. They say, Obiri says Kwakwanansi. Kwakwanansi Anansisem. So it is fairy tales is the same as Anansisem in English.
So, okay.
Now, that doesn't mean say the fairies they exist or they don't exist. The thing is say, as of dwarfs they are in existence. But the dwarfs are in existence, and dwarfs there are different types of dwarfs, and you have one particular type of dwarf and all. Yes, yes, there are different types. You have what they call I don't want to use the black, white, whatever. I mean, person use that word because Bruni person said, "Be a white, be a papa, be a black, be a money." What they say, but in dwarf areas, one more the white, the black, and the red dwarfs. Any old dwarfs crumble moonshum. And it will be more rocks in
dwarfs.
Yes, and it be so a friend say bush. There were different types of marine dwarfs or there were different types of dwarfs. And as you can fairies in so what is actually happening is that there are also if you are in the, let's say a flower garden of flowers room, butterflies be breeding. Fairies are believed that they are like butterflies. Say if you are insisting that's the person who fairy, you can see a fairy. But say fairy and kasa are there as an existence, say fairy. Say me and kasa no, I've not seen it, and I've seen different types of entities. However, no, the mind can create a fairy, or a spirit can come in the form of a fairy. And very possible. Because spirits usually, some spirits, pure spirits don't have shapes. In the between evolve into any shape I pay.
Spirits no only shape.
Bebree shapes. Bebree no. When it comes to this physical world, only shape. When they are in the astral world, they are in what is called their astral body. But the physical world, they can come in a shape as it has to, or it appeals to you. Anything I say what we call Solomonic type of spirits are. Spirits which appear when him as a frog or as a crocodile or as a snake, or outside the circles. Because it doesn't have a particular shape, but it has a shape I prefers it appear in. And when you're talking about fairies and so when you're talking about demigods or other type of spirits which are small gods like dwarfs and things, they have shapes because they are more closer to the human side. They are into this physical world than the astral world. They are not there. If the eye is open to see everyone in the shape form, until I don't know any pure spirit. And that's the difference between the two. And when you're talking about fairies, yes, there could be fairies, or there are fairies if you want to create a fairy, or if you want to see a fairy. But say there's a created spirit as a fairy, or back and taba it's a butterfly in your man. And see a friend fairy tale, and until my friend son. However, no, in the spiritual world, you can create anything to happen. Or to appear.
Say they exist.
You see, anything that you want to create to exist will exist. But as of the fact said they are in existence by themselves, it is a fairy tale. But you can bring them into existence. The American not. It is a bit complicated. It's a bit complicated. You can bring them into existence because right now, the mind, the spiritual side or the human being can create an impossible thing to happen. Say be a wafa apple. Now, why is it not done paper? It's an impossible situation to the human mind. It's the same thing that when you are in an area that is supposed to be a fairy area, you can create, or an airy spirit can come in the shape of a fairy, or in the body of a fairy, because that's what you are expecting and you receive it. But as of said, the fact say more consists of fairies or more one kasana there. I personally I've not seen that, and I don't want to talk about things that I've not seen.
Because I said now all my actors say more the energy by the power so now me saying if they exist may they attract spirits from normal bear.
Then so spirits are there but you have so many spirits in this one more a bit the scared neighbor. You see, some people come and talk about this thing based on what they have seen in movies. I'm sorry, Samekasa, but it is a fact.
Yeah.
Based on what they have seen in the movie, say be a fairy, you know, or commando in your way, what I say. Some jinns can do that. And some jinns are very dangerous, and some are very good. You see, spirits have natures, and they are like us. And it's the same. So if you're talking about spirits who bring happiness in your life, fine, you can go to a serene area. For example, when you're in a serene area and you have peace in your mind, your energy is calling for peace and everything, you can invite very positive and good energies. It is just like you're trying to do an astral travel. An astral travel, when your energy is negative, you end up in a negative area. As much as if it's positive, you enter a very positive and good area. It is the same thing. That is how it is. So it will be very bad of me to sit on this platform. Nabia, my because a fairy is once I mean exactly sanity. It will be wrong for me to do that. But the meaning no enemy to me at the atuja.
Wow. Now who say that it's a mat bebre so nim the say dwarfs. Only a bad spirits and all be almost nipa bodam ha dream.
Yeah.
The episode will trim because
of course, you see, we have to first of all so nature you maybe as here say being crama is dangerous. But crama be also very, very friendly. Say be more maybe a monima broche crama be will save nipa life.
Yeah.
Maybe also the over. It is the same with these things. And I make us there are 3 types of dwarfs. The red one. The red one no multi-natured or either good or bad. They know for the magic nisa those things no. It's why you call a no more Professor Diego, Professor Isa, Hindu no. Those were the red dwarfs. And you want the white one, those are positive. And no maybe no crampo any side dwarfs in Nama. Ubejin say we are several no for them because they are very helpful and help people with herbs and things like
that. Then they are angels.
No. There is a total this comparison. You can't compare the two. Okay. But the positive one can do positive things.
Okay.
Home nature and positive. I quite say be a Obi free Ghana, Obi free Nigeria. Your world view be a in Iowa. To the where they are Ghana, you will be able to say Ghana. Where they are Indian, you will be able to say India. It's just the same way it is. And you want the dark ones. The dark one, woman they created terrible car accident. Woman I be a Agbanagba. You know, those are the dwarfs that are being used to create havoc. Until there are 3 different types. Who compare with me and say now you are wrong. What do you can say? But you're Ghanaian, you're Bruni, you're difference based on our behavior and our worldview. And it is the same thing as the dwarfs. However, no, say be a dwarf be on my sebi. There was a time I checked. Tamale made the many who do have say.
Wow.
Yeah, because that I wanted to explore. Now I saw it with my own eye. This is about 30 something years ago.
Wow.
And I saw they were very, very shortish, hairy. They were dancing around, as they dance, they disappear. You just throw granules in and I saw it. I did not see that, I saw them as playful. However, no, I also heard stories that said there were some theories that there were others who were dangerous and very who call crowd will make destroy life. I know mete. And obvious mete is that and these things are there. But so compare with as one there. Sometimes one here have a mistake.
Let me patch all. Say no whites no they are friendly, which mean one and say wow and red no as me papa me born blacks no the omo
dark.
Darks no omo as a nyama kwa no omo nipa na ma omo ayesa ana omo de musunu no.
I believe say omo sunu no. I believe say that is how they are. The reason I make us say I say me dey comparison me as a Ghana ni. Yes say Ghana for you subai. America for subai. Until you say bibi na mo ayesa. It is just the way they are. These spirits and also no. One thing I know for sure about, or I believe for sure, say these spirits, sometimes they can be a little bit unpredictable. Because I heard of this particular. In fact, not that I knew this man. I checked the same man. I saw these things. I know a large baby. What would that now? Oh no, e be time wa be connect wo na ne nsagu no say who be so ma teacher no yes the same time no time wa be connect he's in a very big pain or say abono ono na ka ho but and I don't think he would lie but there were others. There was another man being so no he was always in a very maybe a tire white maybe whatever. Nah, he was a very peaceful man. Also say only dwarfs then now. When we count, and there's the nature of the entity, and you say be because of this or that. And I tell me, I see more than this, because in any panel, one thing is that Nyamiama to me, provided you know how you can control almost anything. But because we don't know until we worship it, and when you do worship it, then obviously it becomes a master over you instead of maybe an indirect servant. Sanity.
Okay. Until onipa etumi wo honoma otumi eka se be kwakope dwarfs na many omo ana. Oh,
very common. These days maybe uncle for into me because I tornadoes. But before it was common. Before now, because you see, I wanted to do a PhD in spirituality, in spiritualism. Now, I because of that I went a lot, but things did not happen as I wanted. What I say, and I investigated a lot. What I say, and it is very true. There are people who go in for them, and maybe also people inherit them. Obi ho until say be obi free as na akọ maso and akọ ne fast so na ne so. And also ho. What I say, and obi wants to do said akọ. And no one the palm wine, one the other things, no they are here. Usually it believes that the dwarfs are in pairs. Into one will be captured or whatever, automatically the other one would have to also come. And then they become one funny, because based on what I heard, they have to shave their hair and whatever. And when they do that, they say no but it become aggrieved. Because what force the least mistake I be also one for honcho. So those things are there. Or were there. I don't know if they are still there, but they were there.
The watch my because fairies no need was not be your more yet at the back. So no de inframan
that you see these are some of the things. You see, we have to understand spirit properly. And this spirit be from now. It didn't show them now.
But all my say emotia the inframan.
And you Intermediate said dwarfs, there were different types of dwarfs. Say salamander dwarfs, that's too much. Dwarfs no more, which that one is not much. And no, you see them like
dwarfs no more.
Yeah, we see them like small fire. And I know if you walk up and say, "Me who be a dwarf?" Or there's who say JBA2. That most of the time attributing to be, but it could be a dwarf. And the old dwarf be one man. Fine, woman need to me to fair a room. But that doesn't mean somebody from now. The fact say be able home from say airball round the sun is motiam from it's not really always like that. And I motiam so assume say reverse be ho opia bontia or motia. Ebi also it comes in a fishy form. What does you but all the element no ensure. However no the nature no air dwarf.
Okay.
What does say or how it was made in air dwarf. That's how it is.
Oh, okay. And they wanna watch us because they didn't use motia the from one and motia from motia nature.
And then you know motia nature say different airflow ebishia it will create however no motia so it will create that from one but you know motia from
Bishop naturally the about one way the number the school is my catcher move for my friend. Ufrano pay you of vegetable so maybe be a rap. If you see mu kwa dia offer now was abekano. And to the Mr. Muffin so abunya abotre. And young one idea or bow. In Kofusu way trained in Namunya abotre. If I was a be a friend that's here, no said that's in our befre. One sa a becano na Ohawa and that was wow. Bishop,
yes,
we did watch her there. I am time sir. Diana me say metchum bebre. You say and repem like and repem no obenya tanama ye pa na nde e dia kobe wada wana no mangasa matom ho ase. E bishop me pa cho e pe say me di busia.
Mate.
Na e da foforo no yetumi esan ebibi enyemeni so me pacho wo e be say wo the last words am na
yo the kakra can say we are seeing a mystic world you be break cost wa yenim but also good say such programs say dem ye be sua through the right teachings na it means aboy me yate enima bi ase because yate enima bi ase everything is possible nyankopon ache bibia but so one thing enima bi ase ade a woni no be suro but so woni mu so na woni mekwan wo sa fa ho a wonsuro fe nti I can assure you say mon concentrate programs and I believe say nyame bebie money emma motumi akomani ho ma brabo bedamas
Bishop ede na noisi mukoso ensua de mundi echi nya bebre ho no ma opese okire ba na ne mmani ntimi obunya sabose nya kan man na wa kire ya de na wo hu ani so ade na afi de wa party bi so na aboa me ma me kasa ma hana me de mbesi do bibia se onya abre no hwe na wanfo ede no eda foforo we sinshia